This is a quick demonstration of dividing a clump of daylilies. This is Hemerocallis middendorfii. It's a big clump that I dug up, and it's been partially washed. And one of the things you'll notice about it that's kind of distinctive as compared to some other daylily species and varieties is it has these fine kind of fibrous or string-like roots as opposed to the big bulbous roots that you see on other daylilies. Now what I do to divide this is it's just so dense, it's almost impossible to divide it by hand, and so I use this divider, and I look for places where there's an obvious division, and I'll just put the divider in and twist it and then pry with it, and you can hear it kind of breaking apart. I just keep working down. You have to be careful not to get your finger in where the divider is, of course. And then I'll just kind of pull it apart. And you know, there's always a couple of running grass weeds that get in it. And then I just continue to do that. Now I'm trying to divide these down to single fans, as that's how I'm selling these particular plants. So I'm going to really kind of keep breaking them down smaller and smaller. And you can see, you know, some of the roots do get broken or damaged, but essentially each piece is kept in pretty intact pretty well. And now you can see, now that it's kind of loosened up, I can a lot of times kind of worry them apart. What I'll usually do is I'll kind of work on it, and if it comes apart easily, I know I can. If not, it may be the roots are still a little bit too connected, and so I'll have to use this a little bit to help pry it and cut it, and voila. So there's a few. You know, there is problems. Sometimes if you're not careful, you'll break the shoot like that, which is obviously not great. The daylily will grow a new shoot. It will set it back, and of course that little piece right there won't grow. There's another. There's another. See, that one ended up with a big root system as opposed to that, but both those will grow. I would expect this one to grow faster, but this has enough root system that it should be fine. And I'm going to have to give these a quick wash. You can see they have a lot of mud on them still. So we'll do a few more. Kind of hard because, oh, and that's, I think there's some goldenrod growing in there. I can kind of recognize it has a different kind of leaf, so I'll get those out. Do some more dividing. You can kind of really, you know, and sometimes when you're doing it, there's a spot where I can get a little bit, and then I guess I'm going to kind of go in the middle there. These are so dense. So I can work on that. Again, root system. There's 1, 2, 3 fans. They're feeling real dense, so what I can do, there's a rock in there. And here's something grinding. See how I do with that. Ooh. Yeah, well, there's one. That one's okay. This kind of got trashed. That was part of one of the shoots, which isn't great. There isn't enough of that to grow, and it probably, well, let's see. Now that one's excellent, you know, nice root system for a single fan. This one almost looks okay on this side, but in fact, see what happened? I broke the shoot. That will regrow. I might throw that in as a bonus. I certainly wouldn't consider that a saleable plant right there. Let's see, a couple more and then I'll be done. Oh, that's the problem. There's a big piece of root of, I guess, a goldenrod in there that's going to hold me up. Okay, pulling that apart. And then quickly, just try to go down in the middle. once you start getting it apart, a lot of times you can feel it and figure out where the other divisions could go. Sometimes it's actually better to wash it once you get to this point and you haven't divided all the way down, because you can see what you're working with better. I got all of those. I think, let's see what happens. Boy, this is like a really, I don't know if this was the center of the plant, but it's just so dense and hard. It's like almost woody. How dense that part is. Here's one. Kind of, again, a bit of damage. Looks like there's some non-used, but still, that's pretty good. It's got a good root system, a good crown. You know, it's good and healthy. That one's trash. That would probably grow. I mean, boy, there's not much root there, so it'll probably take a long time to get established and might need a little extra attention, but it will grow. Same with that. That one's pretty sad. This one, again, marginal, but I would expect it to grow. Okay, last little bit. Let's see. Maybe. Clean off all this extra stuff. That looks good. That doesn't. I didn't do a very good job with these. This last little bit. Oh, see, and I went in the wrong place. Oh, in fact, that's really bad. That was all. I guess I was rushed. Anyway, so what do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and a few little bonuses. So, you know, plant these out. I'll plant these out individually, give them 3 or 4 years, and they'll be as big as this clump that I just divided. Maybe not as dense, but certainly that big. Thus ends the dividing. A little bit of mess left over.